This episode of the Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out.
Sawasdee Kop, welcome to this episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. I hope you are having a great day. It is the final week of 2023. I want you to look back on kind of where you've been at since you first started either listening to the podcast, where you were at the beginning of the year, or at the beginning of your Muay Thai journey. It's always good to go back and reassess your goals, whatever it may be, especially in Muay Thai, in martial arts, because one of those things that I've seen, I've had times where I wanted to quit. All right, so I always like to share those times too, and just remind people that even your instructors are human, and they have these moments where they want to quit as well. And it's a normal feeling. You got to learn to overcome. Perseverance is a part of learning Muay Thai, right? You have to learn how to persevere and overcome through adversity, through challenges, any problems that life throws at you, especially in the ring, right? Before we get into that too, I want to just say a special thank you to all the followers on the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. I've had a lot of you leave reviews lately. I want to say thank you. If you're listening to this, if you're listening on Spotify, go leave a rating. It's super simple. If you're still listening to this before December 31st, 2023, I am giving away a $50 gift card to Amazon. You enter in the raffle by leaving a review. You upload a screenshot on our website. We have it at the podcast website, podcast.puumuaythai.com/leave-review. I'll have that link down in the show notes as well. It will probably expire, or if I'm doing another one, you'll see it in there. But what you do is leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. All right, super simple. You go onto the podcast page, scroll all the way to the bottom, just click rate review. It's right below the star rating section. Once you hit leave review, you'll just fill in kind of a title, why you like our podcast, give it the star rating, whatever you want, and just hit submit. Take a screenshot of that review, and then you're going to upload it onto that platform, okay? Same thing with the star rating on Spotify. I want you to understand how much this actually helps the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast, because when we show it to other people, right, this is going to allow us to show that, hey, a lot of you are listening, that there is like an audience here, right? So if you just take 5 minutes, if you enjoy the content at all, that's my ask. But that's it. I'm going to leave it there. All right. So 2023, what a year it has been. Pu'u Muay Thai podcast, we've had a ton of guests live on the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast as well. All right, so just some of the guests that have been included on there. We've had Stamp Fairtex. If you didn't know, we had Stamp Fairtex, and we were going through a lot of other, seminars and stuff like that. But we had Stamp Fairtex come in. Andy Wandy over on TikTok said, "Why isn't Muay Thai more popular in the West?" Andy Wandy, we've actually talked about this a bit on here, but it's one of those things that, and it goes into, I think, the last podcast episode I uploaded or two ago was breaking down the difference between amateur and professional Muay Thai. I kind of talk about some reasons why it is now starting to grow. One of the biggest reasons, though, is that like karate and stuff like that back in the 70s, you think more Japanese people were able to speak English back then when they introduced karate into the West, right? Thais didn't speak English as much. It's now taught in international schools in Bangkok, and like most Thai people, Thai kids that are educated nowadays do speak English. So that was one of the reasons why Muay Thai is more popular now, or is gaining more popularity, because people that are involved in business in Muay Thai in Thailand speak English. So that helps a lot more people come through. All right. Yo, what's up? Happy holidays, everyone. What's up, Sam? I hope you're doing good. I'm Vibin says, have you been to Bangkok? I'm Vibin. We've definitely been to Bangkok. And for those that are listening right now too, I'm answering just some questions over on the Pu'u Muay Thai TikTok. Thank you so much for the loves, guys. So we've definitely been to Bangkok. If you scroll back on some of our feed here on TikTok, you can see we do a Thailand training camp. We bring students out to Thailand and stuff like that too. We have another one coming up beginning of February. If you want to meet up with us out there, go train with us, connect. There's the amazing Muay Thai Festival at Lumpini Boxing Stadium, February 6th or 2nd through the 6th, 2024, with WBC Muay Thai. I'll be out there floating around as well. If you want to go out and go train, go meet up, hit me up. Those training camps too, guys, like just to be totally transparent, I'm not like hosting it. I just meet up with you guys. I hope you get connected with the gym out there. All right. And then have a good experience. You know, if you need some help to like navigate ideas go around. How much is it to go to Bangkok? So I'm vibing plane tickets from like Los Angeles, California. They can go anywhere from like $700 round trip up to like $2,000 round trip. So once you're there, just getting there is the hardest part. For your room and board, I've talked about it here a couple times as well. There's a lot of different options, but just to give you some context to it, the training style is 100% different in Thailand than it is in the West. In Thailand, you can get room, board, you get food, all made for you, and you're getting trained twice a day, essentially getting one-on-one training twice a day with a trainer who's has a lot of experience. And that will typically run anywhere from like $250 to $350 a month. And again, that includes your living situation too. Sometimes it'll be a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on the area you're in and the type of accommodation you're looking for. Coming into this too is like, we had Stamp Fairtex come. And the cool thing about Stamp, you can go train with Stamp at the Fairtex Training Center in Pattaya, Thailand. It's about an hour and a half. You can take a bus in there, cost like, I don't know, $30 to, not even $30. Man, it might even be like 150 baht to take the bus from Bangkok to Pattaya. If you take a taxi down there, private taxi, it usually costs about, I want to say $75. One of my favorite fighter was at Bang Tao for 3 weeks. He said it was a great experience. Awesome. There's almost that's almost cheaper than some MMA gyms. I'm vibing. It definitely is, man. But the thing is, because the dollar is more powerful in Thailand, all right? And the structure of the industry is completely different than here in the Western United States and Western countries. Because in Thailand, they make money specifically from fighting, all right? So they gamble on the fighter. They invest in him. It's like a racehorse. And thank you for the follow and vibe, and appreciate you, man. So like Fairtex, Pattaya, you can go train there too. Prices are going to be a little bit different. You're training at Fairtex. You have like all the superstars around you. Samapet, you have Stamp, you have Smila, all these different people. I'm thinking about dropping everything and moving to Thailand to train. Bransom, it's not a bad thing to do. If you got a backup plan and you have a way to make some additional income while you're in Thailand, make American money while living in Thailand, even if it's part-time, it's really going to work. Did you ever like Ramon Deckers? Ramon Deckers, Eyes Without a Face over on TikTok. Of course, man. Ramon Deckers is one of the first foreigners that I saw in Muay Thai when I first started. Keep in mind, I might be aging myself here. This is before YouTube was like a thing. Like it was a thing, but people weren't uploading as much content on YouTube. I could literally type in on YouTube search Muay Thai, and I would go sort by upload date. There'd be maybe one page of new uploads of Muay Thai on YouTube. Now there's like thousands of pages uploaded every single day. All right. So, good. We had Sam Fairtex. Another person we had on was Matt Lucas. If you don't know who Matt is, he's one of the media international directors in Pattaya, Thailand for Fairtex Training Center. He came over with Stamp as well. Got to hang out with him, my bro. Shout out to Matt Lucas. If you don't follow him, at Matt Lucas Muay Thai. Great person to go connect with. And if you're at Fairtex Training Center and he's over there, you'll probably end up connecting with him. You'll probably meet him. All right. Also, my friend Mario Reyes, 805 Kickboxing. Shout out to them. They had a killer year for their academy, seeing them grow. We've had him here on the podcast. And just talking life philosophy and training philosophy. It's always very important. All right. So Definitely a highlight to more people in the central coast of California for Muay Thai, an authentic Muay Thai program. We also had Mikey Taylor come onto the podcast as well. Mikey Taylor, being former pro skater from like DC Shoes, turned over to real estate mogul, right? Mikey Taylor, we talked about him transitioning over from a extreme sports background, very successful extreme sports career, over to like retirement, having a kid. He's now a mayor of Thousand Oaks, I believe, or he's city council in city of Thousand Oaks, California. So, really cool insight. The reason I had him on too, for those that might not know, is Muay Thai is in a similar place that skateboarding was back in the 90s. It's like it's not really making money here in the West. Some places you are, some people are getting money. It's great, but it's just the market's just now starting to grow. We also had Edgar Tabarez, who was on here. Edgar Tabarez is a notable fighter, fighting on one championship. He fought against Rod Tang. We had him on here before he fought against Rod Tang, talking about that too. WBC Muay Thai Mexican national champion as well. Had my friend Josh Saliva on here, who's been out living, training with Ajahn Pipa. If you don't know who Ajahn Pipa is the one that trained like all the famous jockey gym fighters. So Sanchai being one of them. Lord Silla, and a few others as well. Silla Patai. Sprontu over on TikTok. What's good? How's it going, man? Good to see you. It's good to see everybody popping in here. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year coming up, right? So Josh, I had him on there. Always funny posting the video of us taping his hands and stuff like that in Thailand. Hayden the Cripple, do you like Kyokushin? Kyokushin karate is awesome, man. All martial arts is good. But full contact martial arts to Kyokushin. I'm definitely going to vibe with that a little bit more, right? We also had Mark Pease from Strikeforce Gym Australia. Mark was voted, I think, Australia's one of the top coaches in the world in Muay Thai. In my opinion, if you don't know who Mark Pease is in Strikeforce Gym, you should go check them out. Shout out to Chad Collins, Jaden Inad. They both got some world titles, multiple-time world champions based out of Australia. I just started training under Malipet, the diamond at Sasipapa Gym. Best decision I've made. Oh, Marty over on TikTok. You made a very good decision. I've been to the original Sasipapa Gym, trained with Ajahn Sit. He's the one that trained Malipet. Having Malipet over there too, up in Fresno. You got a gem up there, man. Our founder, Masioma, love Thai boxing. Malipet is a G. That's right, man. Kyokushin and Muay Thai do have a shared history as well, Hayden the Crippled. For those that are not looking on here, it says Kyokushin and Muay Thai have a shared history. So I talked about this as well, about the difference between Muay Thai and kickboxing, and the Japanese boxing promoter that brought the Kyokushin karate guys over to fight the Muay Thai fighters. It's great. Flying Down says Australia really has one of the best athletes, trainer in combat sports for a while. Definitely, man. And my friend Mark Peace, shout out to him, definitely is one of the top people in Muay Thai right now. And he's just a great dude. He's been doing this a long time. Also, we had at the very beginning of the year, Sean Gordman from out on the East Coast. He was living out in Thailand for a little bit, linked up with him out there. Got him a little internship over at Kit Canton Gym. And we have more coming up. I'm just now setting my calendar for you to be able, if you're interested on being on the podcast or you have suggestions for people to be on the podcast, please let me know. Reach out. I will be happy to reach out to them. Or if you know them personally, send them this podcast episode. That way they know why you sent it to them, right? For me, I'm always looking at interviewing other people, talking to other people. I know so many people, I forget how many people I know, right? People are like, hey, you're supposed to be on the podcast. I have some new ones coming up. Hayden the Cripple said, do you know Manson Gibson? Of course I know who Manson Gibson, the guy with the killer turning back kick, man. Come on. From the old shoot boxing days, American kickboxer. I've talked about him on here a couple times as well, man. What would be crazy is to get somebody like that on here, one of the old school guys. I bet you I could find him somewhere, right? But we've had a lot. Just seeing the YouTube channel grow, seeing the Muay Thai community Discord grow, over 600 plus people on the Muay Thai community Discord server. That is insane to me. 2 years in the making, 600 people. Pu'u Muay Thai itself, as an academy in Ventura, we're back up. We're back. We got momentum. We had the kids fighting and stuff like that too. His back fist as well, Hayden the Crippled. Yes, I know, but that back kick was money, man. Seeing other people that have come in to visit us as well. We had Ganyao, we had Ganyao Fairtex, we had Johnson on the Wooden Man Fairtex come out as well. And we also had, we had John Wayne Parr this year. We had Danny Bill. It's just so many awesome opportunities to learn at the academies. We had Eddie Farrell. Coach Ryan got Eddie Farrell out to do a seminar at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara. And seeing these people come in to our academy and bring that knowledge. Again, we didn't have this. For those that are listening out there, a lot of people tell me like, hey, I want to train, but I don't have anywhere nearby me. We didn't have that either. All right. Just to answer a question here, Holographic Squirtle on TikTok. Have you ever been to the Fairtex Training Center? You just missed the whole conversation about the Fairtex Training Center. Yes, I've definitely been there. Can't recommend it enough, man. Great training in Pattaya. But I think we're going to have more Fairtex people come out to come. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I just mentioning it here because I'm actually recording on the podcast. If you're listening on the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast or you're watching on YouTube, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the follow, go leave a review. All right. But all these different opportunities, we've had our Y Crew workshop talking about the history and culture of Muay Thai. We've had our students on, we've had our coaches on, we had Ed, had Coach Zach. Just, it's so great to see the community come together. And the people that we've had on the podcast as well, because the biggest thing is, again, we didn't have Muay Thai in Ventura. We didn't have Muay Thai in Santa Barbara. So, again, if you are listening to this or you're watching it and you're discouraged, like, how do I learn? Man, you got to find a way. That's all I got to say. If this is something you really want to do, set that goal. Set a money goal to, save up $2,000 so you can go to Thailand and go train for a while. Find an MMA place where you can train. If they have boxing nearby you, kickboxing. If they have like a striking program, just get started. Or Kyokushin karate. Man, even like there's some other forms of karate I'm not even going to try and name because I don't know jack about them. But go find something and just get started, right? Hayden the Cripple says, when I open my dojo, I'll be teaching kickboxing. I miss Thai boxing. Maybe I can one day be affiliated with you guys when I open my school. Hayden the Crippled, it's funny you mentioned that. Pu'u Muay Thai is also a licensed program. So if you're interested in licensing out our curriculum, our processes, our digital marketing, all this stuff is like a really cool package in a CRM. We have a couple licensees that we work with as well. For those that are listening, if you didn't know, we have a license program. Something we can definitely do to help you out and help you out with some business tips and have like a mentor as you're kind of going through that process as well. Yeah, I do boxing right now because there's no Thai boxing Kyokushin here. I train boxing for now. Hayden the Crippled. That's how you do it, man. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking to people like you. It's funny you ended up in here and you listen to this, man. But with like Muay Thai growing to where it's at, it's just people need help getting started. Really, that's it. And with the growth of MMA, I see you're an MMA fighter. Seeing these things continue to grow and become more of like a staple. People want to train Muay Thai. Very, very important. As we continue to grow is to be able to provide opportunities and avenues for people to be able to not only compete, but a place to train, a place to make an income, a place to create a whole lifestyle for themselves that is involved with Muay Thai. So do with that what you will, but it's very important to see this sport grow for me. I had Lonnie Beck on here, same thing. There's too much coal in the fire for us to stop now. So if you're listening to this and you're wondering, man, if there's a Muay Thai place nearby you, know that there's about 80 people who've hit me up this year that have asked, hey, I don't have anywhere nearby me to train. How do I get started? right? At least 80 people in 2023 that have asked that. So if you have a place that's nearby and you haven't started and you're listening to this right now, go out there and get started. If you've taken a break from your training, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, get back out there. All right, get back to it. Show up for 5 minutes. Go say hi to your coach. Make a plan on how you're going to get back to training and implement it. Take action today. All right. If you're listening to this, it's the new year, especially. All right. If you're listening to this later and you're having one of those low valleys that you're getting through, man, it's okay. We all go through it. Like I said before, I've wanted to quit Muay Thai before. I've actually thought I completely quit Muay Thai 2 years into my training. All right. So if you are just tuning in, or if you're kind of browsing through, you're watching this later on YouTube, you're watching later on TikTok, go submit down questions for the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. If you have any questions, always happy to answer them. You can ask them anonymously. You want to give a shout out to your training partner, happy to immortalize them in video and here on the podcast. All right. But it's been a great year. Currently out in Scottsdale, Arizona, just enjoying some downtime with some of my family and getting away from some of the crazy weather. What's up? Mr. Greaser over on TikTok. How you doing, man? Welcome back. So I'm going to tune out here on the podcast. I'm going to continue this conversation going over on TikTok. I just wanted to make sure to get this last episode up. There might be a gap coming up. So I'll have this come out on the 29th. So if you're listening to this will come out on the 29th. On the 5th, I'll do my best to have a podcast out, but there might not be an episode out that day on our next podcast. I just wanted to give a shout out and say thank you if you're listening to this, and thank you over on YouTube for all your support. Remember, you can always get merchandise. We have non-branded merchandise, like general. We have Muay Thai and Chill. Muay Thai and Drill is what it is, not Muay Thai and Chill. Someone took the Muay Thai and Chill from us a long time ago. If you go look on the hashtags, you could find it on Instagram. But go back to some other things on there. We have awesome merchandise. We have stickers. We have hoodies, beanies, all these different things that are not just Pu'u Muay Thai designs. All right. So if you're interested, there's a lot of Eat, Sleep, Tea merchandise, hand wraps, got books, all that stuff as well. So thank you so much for coming in today, guys. And thank you for tuning in. Sawasdee Cup.
All right, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today to the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. If you enjoy the content, go leave a review over on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Give us a rating. It means the world to us. Also, if you want to be a guest on the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast, or if you just want to shout out to your friend, go check us out at podcast.puumuaythai.com. You can submit to be able to be a guest on the podcast. You can submit what you want to talk about. Also, if you want to just give a shout out, there's a button for that too. Sawasdee Cup.